Greetings everyone. It is good to see so many of you connected, and particularly members of the Commonwealth Youth Climate Network. Today we launch the Youth Lead SDG 13 campaign, and with it the stimulating and dynamic Action Challenge. These build on the series of engagements hosted by the Commonwealth last year to devise and develop innovative and more inclusive ways through which youth in our member countries can take charge of their future. It is encouraging to see so many young people responding positively and being inspired and willing to take action. Over the past year and a half, the COVID-19 pandemic has affected every Commonwealth country and community. In other and equally all-pervading ways, climate change is also affecting lives and livelihoods in every region. Its causes and consequences involve us all wherever we live, whether in Africa, Asia, the Americas, the Caribbean, Europe, or the Pacific. Sea level rise and coastal erosion are affecting small island developing states. Unusual deep freeze weather, scorching heat, and other extreme weather events are occurring more frequently in supposedly temperate regions. Hurricanes and typhoons strike more often and more destructively. There are damaging socio-economic implications for humanity and deeply disturbing destruction of habitat and health for other life forms with whom we share this planet. We see too much rainfall and severe flooding in some regions, yet drought in others. This leads to food scarcity and climate migration, with social, economic and political conflict as a result becoming more likely. The causes and consequences are as far-reaching as they are interconnected, and so it is imperative that we join together across boundaries to tackle them, which is why SDG 13 on climate action is so vital, because global responses and shared targets are necessary. Involving and mobilising young people to accelerate progress and positive change towards achieving SDG 13 is crucial and integral to developing a sustainable future. As we plan for post-pandemic rebuild and recovery, it is important to seize every opportunity for making sustainability a priority consideration, and the perspectives and voices of young people can help us to do that. The Commonwealth collectively, notably through the Commonwealth Youth Programme, has long been committed to including young people in decision-making and delivery. Indeed, there are fine examples of this in practical action, made possible and encouraged through the networks of connection which flourish amongst our member nations. Global responses to the threats of climate change have tended to focus on getting governments or international and national agencies to act. The Commonwealth is also working on such initiatives through government-focused programmes on natural resources governance, sustainable energy and climate finance. In addition, we emphasise and see immense scope in what can be achieved through community-led action, including by women and the youth who, although particularly vulnerable, tend to be underrepresented. Earlier this week, we published the third edition of the Global Youth Development Index, compiled by the Commonwealth Secretariat to measure and analyse indicators on meaningful engagement and advancement by young people across a range of sectors in 180 81 countries. One chapter examines ways in which climate change is affecting the lives and prospects of more than 1.8 billion young people worldwide. It looks at opportunities for mainstreaming youth in climate action and how national policies can encourage, rather than discourage, direct youth participation. Engaging young people and utilising their energy and expertise to take climate-related action can significantly influence attitudes and achievements amongst present and future generations. With the motivation and determination to shape inclusive and sustainable policies and practices, and by contributing to climate strategy, young people can become catalysts for change towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. On this International Youth Day, the theme for our action challenge and campaign is fitting: Youth Lead. With watchwords and motivations such as that, Commonwealth Youth Networks will continue to evolve dynamically to meet ever more responsively the needs, aspirations and ambitions of the impressive current generation of youth leaders. Over the past year, we have seen the Commonwealth Youth Climate Network growing in stature and influence as its members champion youth advocacy and action in areas of sustainability and climate change, opening up fresh horizons of opportunity for young climate activists to influence and help implement change that will benefit our world. In commending leaders and members of the CYCN for conceiving this initiative and convening this event, I encourage you all to keep going and to draw in more and more young people with fresh ideas and other perspectives. We need continuing augmentation and refreshment to carry forward the superb work already being done under the leadership of CYCN Coordinator Lenaka Roden and by committee chairs Aziz Abu Bakr and Ibrahim Mossoud, with their teams supported by our Commonwealth Secretariat Youth Division. The young people of our member nations are equal collaborators and genuinely partners of the Commonwealth Youth Programme team at the Commonwealth Secretariat. It is in that spirit of mutual support and encouragement, and to carry forward our combined Commonwealth commitment to youth cooperation and empowerment, that I now formally launch the Youth Lead SDG 13 Action Challenge 2021. We look forward to celebrating with you the many inspiring and determined young people who are mobilising climate action in countries and communities in all parts of our Commonwealth. We lead, you lead, youth lead.